Welcome back to Twin Oaks Family Farm. Y'all had a little bit of a quiet introduction there, just some views of what's going on. And it's finally potato planting day. So been wanting to get potatoes planted. We really haven't had time. We had our first flock of meat chickens going on for the calendar year, and with off-farm jobs and that poultry operation, it's really demanding on our time and energy. On top of that, we've had a lot of rain. We haven't been able just to get some stretches of dry days when we had time and energy to plant potatoes. But we've got red Pontiacs and Kennebecks and want to get some potato planting done today. So Jared's been preparing a row. This slope is a south-facing slope, and it seems like things tend to do well on south-facing slopes for us around here. So we feel confident the potatoes are going to do well here. We want to get at least some of what we have planted today so that we'll have potatoes homegrown this summer, this fall. So this is the beginnings of it. Get your seed potato and prepare your ground. I really had hoped for actually a row of sunflowers along that pallet fence line. Sunflowers and potatoes actually aren't good neighbors, so I may have to scrap that idea, or I could still maybe go ahead and do sunflowers and hold them further out here. I've read that even if two plants aren't great neighbors, if you leave about 5 foot space between them, that's usually enough space that they can coexist there. So we'll see. And we also could try something vining beside the pallets and let it go up the pallet fence potentially. But marigolds and zinnias are a couple of blooming plants that are always really good, generally around just about any other plants. And nasturtium, we've got some nasturtium. But this has all just been video of Jared taking the time to prepare this row. It takes finesse to run that tiller. It also takes patience to just walk behind it, keep it steady, and let it do its work. Okay, so Jared had prepared this for potatoes by tilling it. So we came out here just now to prepare a row, but we were brainstorming about the best way to do this. So I asked Jared to tell y'all the steps we're going to take to actually get the rows ready. So Jared, what do you suggest?
We're just going to pull down through here. We're going to place our potatoes, and then we're just going to pull back on top what we've taken off. So then we're going to leave this here on each side, and what we'll have to do as the potatoes grow, we'll hill them. We'll just pull this dirt up. So what we may end up doing, or we'll probably have to do, is through the summer, take the tiller and till down both sides and keep loosening that, keep hilling. You want to hill it up because what the potatoes do is where they grow off the seed potatoes you put in, they root out and they grow potatoes. So as they grow, they get closer to the top of the ground. Now you want them to stay covered. So you gotta keep hilling them. Normally what we've done here is when we've put potatoes in before, we've plowed it. Plow 8-10 inches deep. Well, we haven't really done a garden for the last few years, and we decided to put a few potatoes in this year. So what we've got to work with is our tiller. So it only goes about 4 inches deep. So that's what we got to work with, and that's what we'll...
So do you think we should till it again before we, or you want to go ahead and go with what we have?
We'll just go ahead, and then as they grow, we may till down, and that way we can just keep raking dirt up.
Okay, so we'll get the row ready. Okay, looks good. Got us a row for our potatoes. Okay, so disclaimer on this, we're not experts, but Jared is going to tell us what he knows about planting the potatoes, and he's my go-to for all the information. So
what we're going to do is see it. You can see it has sprouts on it. So each of these places are called eyes on the potatoes. So essentially the eyes are a place where the sprout comes from. So you've got one here, one here, one here, one here. I mean, they're all over here.
yeah.
So really, I think they say two eyes per piece. What we're going to do is we're just pretty well going to cut them in half. But so whenever I was a kid and we used to plant potatoes, my grandpa and dad and everybody used to cut them. So what we're going to do is we'll just cut. We'll cut, and so you can see there's several eyes there on that piece. You take the cut side, you just place it down. Now, the way we always used to do it is one step in between, so about 1 foot in between each one. So, you know, I mean, like this one here, the way it is, you know, you could actually split it here and then split it down through there, and you would have plenty. But we're just going to cut it in half and go with it.